Hello guys, in this video we are going to see about Difficult Daughters written by Manju Kapur. Manju Kapur is one of the greatest feminist writers in India. Difficult Daughters in the period of pre-republic, that is from 1930 to 1940. It explains a story of a girl called Virmati. So here we are going to see about Virmati's life. We are getting into it. Before that, please subscribe my channel. Let's go in. In this story, we can understand that Indian girls from period of 1930 to 40 are trying to come out of their kitchen and make some work and get some freedom for them. That is making money for themselves and not depending on their husband. That's the period where the story starts. Virmati is a 17-year-old girl living in Amritsar. She wants to go to Lahore to continue her education. Birmati don't want to be like her mother who obeys her husband, and if her husband says she will do anything for her husband, she will be like a slave for her husband. That what her mother is like in her view. That is Virmati's point of view, and her mother spends whole time in kitchen, lifetime in kitchen. So she don't want to be like that, and she want to be a free bird who can enjoy life. So she want to go to higher studies to Lahore, that is to college to Lahore. So she prepares to go to Lahore. Virmati is inspired by her cousin Sakuntala, a woman who had her freedom. That is, she does whatever she needs to do, that she enjoys freedom. She is not empowered by man, and she lives her life in her own way, that she can smoke, she can play some rummy, she can even have wine, and she can do her damn work by herself. That what Virmati was inspired by. She want to live like Sakuntala, so she want education for that. So she travels from Amritsar to Lahore. In Lahore, she falls in love with the professor. That is, she goes to college. There he meets a professor. There he falls in love with the professor. His name is Harish. Harish also falls in love with Virmati, but he is double in age of Virmati. That is, he is more than 35 plus, but Virmati is just 17 now. But he marries Virmati and gets her home. But the thing is, Professor Harish is already married and had a kid. When Virmati goes to the house of Professor, who is already married and had a kid, Professor's mother does not respect Virmati. She is brutally against this marriage, so she does not get any respect. She was always abused by the family of Professor. And Harish is also shown as a character who is very coward. I said Harish is a coward, so he does not open up anything and keeps it in his mind. Even his wife Virmati is abused, second wife Virmati is abused, he will shut his mouth and stays as a dump, I can say that. Harish does not marry Virmati just for her love, but when they had sex, Virmati gets pregnant, and that forces Harish to marry Virmati and gets her home. But before they get married, Harish forces Virmati to abort the child, and she aborts the child. That's what happens before their marriage. Harish had no choice, so to marry Virmati and take her home, take to Harish's own home where their parents does not accept their love and marriage, because he is already married and had a kid. But Virmati adjusts that situation and started living like her mother, who was in kitchen for her lifetime. Virmati started living like that. She accepts whatever her mother-in-law says. That life was bored by Virmati, but Virmati gets pregnant again, and then Harish's mother gives respect to her and helps her and started loving her for only for the child in her stomach. Before pre-republic, there was two marriages commonly happening in India. That was not a big problem in India before pre-republic. Virmati want to come out of the family, that is Harish family. She knows when the child comes out, she will lose her respect. Again, she will be treated as slave. So she don't want that hell to happen again. So she want to come out of the family and lead a freedom life that she has dreamed by seeing Sakuntala, her cousin. So she left the family and goes to Swarna. Swarna is a girl, a bold girl who is in freedom fight. That is, this story happens between 1920 to 1940, sorry, 1930 to 1940. that is a freedom struggle period of India. So Swarna is a girl who indulges herself in freedom fight. Swarna is a girl who fights for the freedom and thinks men and women are equal. Then that shows Virmati that this is called women's rights and this is called equality, not Sakuntala's equality is not even an equality, because she smokes, she drinks, she plays rummies, she does what men does, bad things men does, not a right thing men does. So she understands what is real equality is. Virmati leads a life by herself by struggling through lot of things, that is falling in illicit love, that is immature love that happens for her. Then she suffers a lot because of that love. Then she comes out of the love, comes out of the marriage. Then she lives with Swarna. Swarna teaches her what the real equality is. Then she lives with Swarna for a life period. That's what the story says. In conclusion, it is shown that there is a lesbian relationship between Swarna and Virmati, but it's not explained clear by Manju Kapur. It can be that what the story ends like. Virmati leads a free life, but it is shown like some thing that Indian culture does not accept in those days. That is from 1940 to 50. But this book was written in 2013, I think so. In this also Manju Kapur explains about that partition of India, partition where Amritsar and Lahore get separated and people suffered a lot. That is also shown in this part of story. And Virmati's life is shown clearly, that how she suffers from an immature love, that is how she suffered when she married a professor, Oxford written professor, who is still a coward called Harish. So after that, how her life changed, how the society sees her after that marriage. That is, when you get married to a old man who already had a wife, what does society does to you? How does society speak about you? In this, Manju Kapur clearly says men and women are equal, and what is real equality for women is. And she also says how illicit love affects your family, and the boy who marries you as a second wife, how he got offended when he is covered like Harish. So these are all clearly explained by Manju Kapur. If you like this video, please subscribe. And I am a Tamil guy. நான் வந்து ஒரு தமிழ் பையன். ஒருத்தர் வந்து இங்கிலீஷில் பேச சொன்னார் இந்த ஸ்டோரி. ஆல்ரெடி இந்த ஸ்டோரி நான் தமிழில் போட்டிருக்கேன். வேணும்னா லிங்க் வந்து டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷனில் கொடுக்குறேன். இப்போ வந்து ஒருத்தர் வந்து கேட்டார் இங்கிலீஷில் பேசுங்க ப்ரோ. அவர் வந்து வேறு ஸ்டேட்டை சேர்ந்தவர். ஸோ அவருக்காக தான் இந்த வீடியோ. நான் திக்கி தான் பேசியிருப்பேன், தனவி தான் பேசியிருப்பேன். ஏன்னா இங்கிலீஷில் இதுதான் என்னோடய ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வீடியோ. ஸோ அஸ் அ தமிழன் இங்கிலீஷ் பேசுகிறது கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டம் தான், உங்களுக்கே தெரியும். மறக்காம என் சேனலுக்கு சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்கள். இட்ஸ் பாரதி குட் பை ஷைனிங் ஆஃப். சேஸ் நண்பா, பாய்.